Hey guys, I'm MS Guy, and welcome to my first video of 2021. Today, I'm going to be ranking all the courses in my favorite Mario Kart game, Mario Kart DS. Mario Kart DS has some of the most fun gameplay in the entire series, the best battle mode, mission mode, and lots of great courses. Since so many of Mario Kart DS's courses are good, it was hard to put together this list. Almost all of the tracks are good, with a couple exceptions. Watch until the end to find out what I think the best of the best are, and what the worst are. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe to my channel to see more ranking videos or any Nintendo related content like this. Anyway, let's get started with the rankings. As with pretty much all Mario Kart games, the very first course is one of the worst, and Mario Kart DS is no exception. Many people consider Figure 8 Circuit to be one of the worst courses in the entire series, and it makes sense. It's a very bland course with nothing except the road. The only vaguely interesting part is it's shaped like an 8, as the name implies. It's extremely boring and a terrible course, but luckily it doesn't take away too much from the rest of the game, and most of the other courses in Mario Kart DS are much better. Yoshi Falls is not a very good course, but it's a big step up from Figure 8 Circuit. Yoshi Falls is shaped like a ring with a lake in the middle. Around the course you can choose to take bridges or risk driving through waterfalls to get around. There are some boosts near the end, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Again, it's not a very interesting course, but at least there is a somewhat interesting theme to it, and some course elements. It can be a fun course with all the drifting, but of course, most of the other courses in Mario Kart DS are much better. Shroom Ridge is one of the most forgettable courses in Mario Kart DS and the entire series, even more forgettable than courses like Figure 8 Circuit that people remember for being bad. Shroom Ridge is just boring. It has a pretty generic theme. You're driving on a road the entire time, and there are some cars and trucks you have to avoid along the way. I've had some fun with all the drifting in this course, and you can pretty much use snaking the whole way through, which is great because you can get way ahead of the computer players. Being good at a track doesn't necessarily mean it's good though. One thing I've wondered about this course is how the name seems to be inspired by Mushroom Bridge from Mario Kart Double Dash, even though the courses aren't all that similar. Since the first time I've played Mario Kart DS, I've never really liked Desert Hills. Even though I like it a bit better now, it's still one of the worst courses in the game. The reason I don't like it is because all the bumps can make it hard to stay on track. The fireballs and pokies can be annoying, and it's easy to drive into the dirt on the final turns. I think this course could have been a lot more fun if the turns weren't as sharp and jump boosting had been introduced like in modern Mario Kart games. Overall, I don't think this course is best suited to Mario Kart DS's control style. It's still better than some of the courses in Mario Kart DS, and after this point in my list, the courses start to get a lot better. Mario Kart DS's version of Mario Circuit is one of my favorites in the series. Even though it's one of my favorites, I generally don't like Mario Circuit tracks due to their generic theme, so I put them relatively low on my list. The reason I like this version is because it has a bunch of interesting course elements and hazards, like Goombas, piranha plants, a pipe you can drive through, and Peach's castle in the background. Driving on it is fun as well, since there are some opportunities for snaking and drifting. Some of its downsides are its generic theme, like I mentioned earlier, and you can end up driving into the dirt on some sections of the course. Cheep Cheep Beach is a pretty good beach level, and I like how it has different sections, like the boardwalk section, a main sandy section, and a tropical forest section. These settings are all fun to drive through, and the course has a good difficulty for Mushroom Cup, with some hazards, but not too many. I do think it would be more fun if you could drive underwater like in the newer Mario Kart games, and for this reason I think the Mario Kart 8 remake is better than this version. Kicking off the top 10, we have the last course in the Mushroom Cup, Luigi's Mansion. Based on the GameCube game, Luigi's Mansion has you driving through the mansion itself, but most of it takes place in a creepy, muddy forest with walking trees. The mansion is a cool section, although I wish more of the course took place inside the mansion, because the developers could have done a lot of interesting things with it. The forest section is still fun, with lots of opportunities to take shortcuts with mushrooms, and the wide path makes it easy to snake. The walking trees were an interesting idea for course hazards, although they can be a bit annoying at times. Overall, it's a good course, but I think the developers could have done more with it, and there are a bunch of courses that I think are more fun and interesting. Mario Kart DS's snow-themed track, DK Pass, is one of the better winter-themed tracks in the series. You start out by driving along a ridge with a possibility of falling off the cliff, then back down a wide slope with giant snowballs threatening to crush you. The drifting in Mario Kart DS can make it easy to fall off the cliff at the beginning, but with practice, it gets better. The slope section is probably the most fun part, with a wide path well suited for drifting. When I first played this game, I didn't like DK Pass because I kept falling off and getting hit by snowballs, but gradually I have come to like this course a bit more. We have made it to the second half of this list, and at the halfway point, I have Peach Gardens. Peach Gardens is a pretty interesting idea for a course, and there aren't really many other courses like it in the series. It has you driving through flower gardens and avoiding chain chomps and Monty moles along the way. Overall, this course is just fun to drive through, and I like how it has you making decisions on how to drive around the gardens. If you're behind, there are lots of opportunities to use mushrooms to cut through the gardens. The hazards are also well placed, where they can be avoided if you're paying attention well, but they can also sometimes catch you by surprise. The only problem I have with this course is that it can get a bit repetitive, as basically the whole course is driving through gardens. Doleino Square is one of the most interesting tracks in the game, and has one of the coolest themes. It has you driving through a town based on Super Mario Sunshine, and has tight roads, a fountain, branching paths, a road along the water, a cool shortcut you can take by boosting over the water, and a drawbridge. All of these are really cool aspects, and even though some parts can be annoying, like bumping into walls during the town section, it's a really good course overall. Mario Kart DS's version of Rainbow Road is one of the best in the series, and has some features that aren't in any of the other Rainbow Road tracks in the series. In this Rainbow Road, you start out by driving along a spiral with boosts, but you can easily fall off. You then drive onto a loop which takes you upside down, the first anti-gravity feature in a Mario Kart game, and the last before Mario Kart 8. After that, you drive on some pretty normal course until you get to a spiral that takes you upside down again, taking you back to the beginning of the track. The anti-gravity sections and the turning sections are the reason I rank this course so highly, since I always have fun with these sections. The rest of the course is kind of generic, but still fun. Mario Kart DS has some of the most creative ideas for courses, and Ticktock Clock is a prime example of this. I'm guessing this is partially inspired by the Ticktock Clock course in Super Mario 64, but it's still a crazy idea, and it works really well in Mario Kart. It has you driving on top of clocks while avoiding the clock hands, driving around swinging pendulums, and driving through a big section with gears spinning different ways. All of these sections are so cool and fun to drive through. Ticktock Clock definitely deserves a spot in the top 5, and the fact that it's not higher in my list shows how many great courses are in Mario Kart DS. Wario and Waluigi always seem to have the best courses in the Mario Kart series, and Wario Stadium is another example of this. This is actually the second Wario Stadium course in the series, the first being the relatively repetitive Wario Stadium in Mario Kart 64. This one improves on that a lot. It has sections where you can boost through mud, go over big jumps through rings of fire, avoid spinning fire bars, and go around some sharp turns. All of these cool elements go along well with the music, which is one of the best tunes in the Mario Kart series. As you can tell, I really enjoy this course, except for one sharp turn at the end where I always seem to end up driving off course. That's a pretty minor thing though, and doesn't take away much from what I generally think about this course. At number 3, I have Airship Fortress. This course is similar to Bowser Castle courses in Mario Kart, which I enjoy a lot, so it makes sense that I would like Airship Fortress too. This course starts out with you avoiding bullet bills firing at you, then it has you avoiding rocky wrench enemies to get below deck, which has crates with items inside them and a laser, before shooting you out of a cannon to the top of a spiral which takes you back to the beginning of the course. Just like Wario Stadium and Ticktock Clock, I love all the different elements and hazards this course has. I always have fun playing on it. The one thing I don't like that much about this course is the spiral at the end, because it's really hard to drift without hitting the wall. That doesn't really take away from the course that much, since the rest is so much fun. If you've seen any of my other ranking Mario Kart videos, you'll know that I love Bowser Castle tracks, and how they're probably my favorite recurring tracks in the series. Mario Kart DS's Bowser Castle is one of my favorite Bowser Castle tracks in the series, and I'm surprised it hasn't been remade yet. It contains so many great elements, with lots of thwomps, a room with a spinning floor, fire that shoots from the ceiling, a spinning cylinder that you have to drive on top of, and of course, plenty of lava. All of these elements are interesting, and I especially like the spinning cylinder part. In the room with the spinning floor, there's a shortcut you can take that saves a lot of time, but it can be hard to find. All of these elements make for a great Bowser Castle course, and a great course in general, which is why it's one of my very favorites in Mario Kart DS and the entire series. There is still one course that I think is just a bit better. At number 1, we have what is in the running to be the best course in the entire Mario Kart series, Waluigi Pinball. This course is so good, I don't even know where to start. It begins with you being shot in a cannon through a vortex like you're a pinball, and then has you drive through a series of winding ramps while you avoid giant pinballs. Eventually, you'll get to the main part of the course, which is a wide section with bumpers and launchers which shoot the giant pinballs around the area super fast, which can be hard to avoid at times. You have to navigate in the right way to stay ahead, while also avoiding being hit by the pinballs. You'll eventually come to a tunnel which takes you back to the start, and you get shot by the cannon again. Although this course may not be filled with elements and hazards like some of the other courses in this game, it doesn't need to be since it's so much fun, and to add on to that, it has the same music as Wario Stadium, which is amazing. This truly deserves the title of the best course in Mario Kart DS, and maybe even in the entire series. So anyway, that's the end of my ranking Mario Kart DS tracks video. If you like my rankings or have some changes you would make, be sure to leave them in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel so you never miss another video like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next week. Bye!